The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tannehill hooking up with Reynolds for a Titan first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. On 4th down, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reynolds. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. We're scoreless after 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but now it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Three yards remain for second down. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 3. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Left side complete to Lockett. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. 14 yards that time for number 14. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free.
That one's incomplete.
Check 14.
Now they'll run the jet sweep with Atwell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Carson again. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. A handoff left, Elliott, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 48 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Reed returning. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third and 2. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 67 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there, because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they can clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Not much there, only a yard.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
He lets it fly for Lockett.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. Touchdown, Cowboys! Blake Jarwin as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Reed. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The return man, Wilson.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone.
But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
That one goes for 24 yards.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. This is Carson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They go to Elliott again.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott now. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up.
A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And only able to get
2 here, stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On first down, Carson, and he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Draw play. This is Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throwing now is Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
36.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.